Hey, we are here, we're live. I just decided to jump on about a minute early so that way we can all start on time and that you will get the notification and you'll be here. Wow, I'm so excited. I'm so glad I got my lashes done yesterday because I did not have time to put on makeup or anything for you, but I always want to look cute for you because this is a very exciting day and we're going to learn so much. Yeah, okay, so we'll see who joins. I'm super stoked. I have my computer right here. I'm just checking to see if we are all good in the hood. I don't see myself, but that's okay because I know that it will show up eventually. If you are here, first of all, if you're watching the replay, hello to you. If you are live with us, then say hello. And I want you guys to start by thinking about this online event as something that you get to receive all this juicy goodness from, and something that you get to give your energy to, right? If you learn anything about money, mindset, and abundance and manifestation of money, it's all about that what goes around comes around energy. Sorry, I'm getting texts. I should not be getting text messages. Hey Trish, hi beautiful. Yeah, but it's about that goes around comes around energy. So just keep that in mind. If there's something that you feel called to share, please share it because other people are going to be here watching and learning, and they're going to be banking the evidence that you put in this chat. They're going to be really connecting with you and seeing all that's possible by you sharing some of your successes. And if you don't have any successes or you're like kind of struggling with something and you share that too, maybe someone else is like afraid to share that, and then you get to be that voice for them, and then you get to help them heal as well. So just keep that in mind. I just want to see if we're live inside of the Facebook group. If you are here, let's start by telling me where you're joining me from, for one. And then number two, let me know what you do for work currently right now. This mastermind masterclass is all about turning your shitty job into something really fucking beautiful. And really quickly, I'm going to turn my notifications on Do Not Disturb. Oh, I'm like getting messages left and right. So, hey, hi, welcome. If you're here, let me know where you're joining me from. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there we go. Boom, beautiful. Okay, we're here. I was gonna do a little dance party while we waited for everybody to show up, but I don't think Facebook likes when you play music, so we're not gonna do that. Florida, and a nurse. Not sure you want to stay in the field. Not the portion of work. Oh, not the portion you're working anyhow. Right. Beautiful. I'm glad you're here. Trish is one of my one-on-one clients. She's fucking amazing. Yeah. And something that we're really going to talk about in this masterclass, and I'll get into it in just a second, is also, did you guys get the notification that I was going live? Because sometimes it doesn't tell us that. Let me just make a super quick. I think everyone else will just join us when they get here because we're right on time, and everybody else who'll be watching the replay will be here. So if you're here, just let me know, and let me know where you're joining us from and what you do for work currently. There's a lot of us that feel really trapped in our field, trapped in the spaces that we're doing things at, and that's why I wanted to create this webinar so that we can all learn and grow together. So first, I'll give you a little intro. I am Ryan. Ryan Amber is my Instagram handle. I'll tell you a little bit about my backstory. I grew up in a cult, and I know this is a very big topic to kind of just drop so gently, but my parents were following the spiritual guidance of these folks who did not really have their best interests in mind, and since they were being controlled by those people controlled my parents, who controlled me, and I just really hated the feeling of being controlled and having no freedom. And so it really just took this spark within me and made me have this very strong desire to want freedom and to want to be able to do the things that I want to do, and to not have any controlling things that are keeping me from doing the things I want to do, right? So through that, I like started working at a young age. I didn't go to college. I just started working and working and working and working. I started overworking myself. There was a point in my life where I literally worked 80 hours a week. I had 2 jobs and they were both scheduling me full time. And so I just was working so much. And when you're over fucking worked like that, you're just like, there's no way you can enjoy what that creation is that you're building, right? And you work so much, there's no way that you can actually relax at the end because you don't have time to relax. You're so fucking overworked, and most of the time underpaid. So anyways, I know a lot of you out there are feeling overworked and underpaid, and that's why I created this masterclass, because I wish I knew the things that I know now. And for me, in the past several years, a lot of things have shifted. I've been able to triple my income. I've been able to create this business that really serves myself personally and the people that I get to help, because I really just want to help more people discover the freedom that they get to build in their lives. And so that's what this masterclass, this webinar is all about. It's about freedom, it's about abundance, and it's about turning your shitty situation into compost. Because at the end of the day, mushrooms come from cow shit, and they make you trip if you like that, or if you don't, whatever. But they come from cow shit, and they're a pretty magical thing. So your cow shit situation, whether that's your job or whether that's something else that's really frustrating you, this is really geared more towards your work situation, but you can pretty much implement that everywhere. Hi to everyone who's here. Hello, hello. I'm so happy that you're joining me. If you are here, let me know where you're joining me from, and let me know what job you currently work at. That's going to help us to get connected. I know some of you guys are here in healthcare. Some of you guys are in the service industry, but healthcare and service industry, I feel like kind of go hand in hand because you're working directly with people. Okay, we're going to go deeper into that on day 2. But today, I've got some flashcards, guys, because I did not want to fucking miss anything. So, today, drum roll, please. I have a big reveal for you, okay? And first I want to ask you a question, and feel free to get your fingers ready for typing. The more that you engage, the more energy you do put into this space, the more energy you will receive out of it. This happens time and time again. You know, when people meditate together, it like amplifies that energy, so make sure that you are participating. Yeah, okay, so question for you. What do you think the reveal is for today? And the reason why I ask you that, I want you to kind of like just ponder on this. What do you think it is that I'm about to talk about? And I'll give you a clue. It's the most difficult thing to overcome when it comes to creating a life full of success and freedom, when it comes to turning your shitty job into compost, right? What's the number one thing that's probably holding you back right now? And we're going to talk about this in just a second, but I just wanted to open up the space to ask you if you were curious and like, okay, what's the number one thing that's probably holding me back? This is the thing that my clients time and time again struggle with. This is the thing that I myself struggle with. And it's totally fine to struggle, right? As long as we are growing, moving forward, and we're learning from our struggles, right? In the book, what's it called? Not Think and Grow Rich. Happy Pocket Full of Money, they talk about how losing isn't a thing. Losing is an illusion, right? Fear, self-doubt. So good, so good. Yes, fear and self-doubt. They talk about how losing is an illusion because you're either winning or you're learning, right? And so that kind of brings us to, yeah, Trish. So fear and self-doubt are all pieces of this mindset, right? Day 1, today, the big reveal, big secret. It's not really a secret because we talk about it all the time, but it's so fucking important, is mindset. The way that you see the situation that you're in. Now, if you're currently seeing your job as shitty, if you currently see yourself as overworked and underpaid, if you currently feel all these things about your current situation, it's going to be really hard to shift that, right? Because that's pretty set in stone. But we can do work around our mindsets. We can do work around deciding that we can have something different and that we're going to build something different for ourselves. We can change our mindset around the foundation that we get to build, and we get to have a game plan to achieve that, right? And so that's why mindset is so important. Literally a couple of weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, I was having a really poor mindset day. Nothing wrong with that, okay? And this is the other thing too. When it comes to mindset, you don't just battle your mindset, win the battle, and then move on with your life, and then you're good. Like, you're never actually always good forever. You're going to have to constantly be working against this mindset forever. So it's really important to have tools in place, things that you can learn and do, which we'll talk about next, to help you overcome that, right? A couple of days ago, I was talking about how what manifests in your life is not what you're thinking about. It's about what your internal dominant intent is, right? And if the internal dominant intent is that my mindset is strong, I'm doing this shit, it's working, it's gonna work, right? You're still gonna have the thoughts that come into your mind that are like, this isn't working, you're full of shit, you're a fraud, that's really scary, I doubt that you could do that, right? All those things are going to come up. And let me know if this resonates with any of you guys out there. All those things are going to come up, right? But what we can do is we can learn how to combat those. We can learn how to move through those more gracefully than we ever have before. And we can learn how to make those not actually mean anything, because they don't. They're just the voice in our head. It's just part of being a human being, right? We're not robots, we're humans. So big reveal for today is mindset. And a couple of weeks ago, I literally was like laying out dead. Not really. I felt like I was dead. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I could just die here. I could die now. It's like nothing's working. Nobody cares about me. Everything sucks. And yeah, it was a really, really energetically low moment for me. I'm not going to lie. And that was literally 3 weeks ago on a Saturday. I'd gotten home and I was just like, that's it. Life is over. Like, what's the fucking point? And then that same exact week, okay, so that was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or maybe it was the next week, I made $4,000 in a day. I've had clients that owed me a lot of money come back around randomly and pay me in full. This is all within the past 3 weeks. And I say this because we're going to have those ups and those downs, right? That's inevitable. It's so inevitable, but we can have that mindset practice, that mindset tool, that work that we can do to always be able to overcome it, to deal with it in the moment, and to move you farther along. So I have another question for you guys, and it's, how does your mindset affect your goals? How do you currently feel about the goals that you have? What is your mindset right now around that? Like, is it like, oh yeah, I could totally quit my job and work for myself, but like that would be way too scary? Or is it like, yeah, I could totally quit my job, but like I don't have anything set up for myself? And honestly, that's a smart thing to do. Not just be like, fuck it, quit my job and like have nothing set up for yourself. It's going to be really hard for you to like manifest abundance in that way, because you're going to be throwing your nervous system so out of whack. But just ask yourself, what's really coming up for you around this? Hey Kylie, happy you're here. Anybody who's just joining us, let us know where you're joining from and tell us what you do for work right now. Like, what are you currently doing? What shitty job or situation are you kind of stuck in? She said she definitely doubts her ability to be consistent. Ooh, that's a really, really good one. That's a good one, right? Because we want consistent results, right? We want consistent money in our bank account, right? But sometimes it's hard for us to show up consistently. That's so good. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, so like, how else does your mindset affect your goals? How else does your mindset affect your goals? I know for me and for what I see in my clients a lot of times is the mindset is that piece that gets you to stop taking action. It's not because you just like, I don't want to be consistent anymore, so you stop being consistent. But it's like, this post was really fire. I got so much engagement on it, blah, blah, blah. And then the next one, you're like, I don't know if this is going to be good. I don't know. It's probably lame. People probably want me to shut the fuck up already. I talk too much and all this. By the way, these are the voices in my head, right? They might not be the same as yours, but I'm just showcasing that they are there. They're still real. They're still very prominent, but we have tools, right, that we can use. Okay, let's see. Mindset affects my motivation. Currently a stripper and a dog walker. Yes, good job. Awesome. Tampa in realty. Yes, actually love it and make good money, but I want more freedom for sure. Oh, so good. So good. I'm so happy to see you here. Hi, Tiara. Madeline. Hi, beautiful. In Arizona, currently working an in-person desk job. Undervalued, underappreciated, and underused, so it's making the commute and boredom even worse. Oh, yikes. Yeah, so I feel like there's so much more out there for all of us here. And when it comes to mindset, the first step is to fully decide, right? Decide that like where you're at right now is totally fine for right now. We've got to, I know, I was so attached to like, oh, but I have to quit and like do my own thing and start my own business and stop dancing and blah, blah, blah. I took a year off of stripping in the middle of the pandemic, like half of 2020 to half of 2021. And it was miserable because I didn't have anything to keep me solid, right? I put so much pressure in my business. It was throwing my nervous system out of whack. And so the first step that I want to offer you in regards to our mindset is to give yourself permission to be where you are right now. Decide that where you are right now is the best thing for you to be doing currently, because it's going to get better, and this is going to take you to your next step, and this is helping you to build the foundation that you need. Once that foundation is set and you're solid and you don't need this job anymore, you're gonna quit. You're not gonna wanna fucking be overvalued or undervalued, underappreciated, underpaid, commuting, bored, doing multiple different jobs, feeling like you're overworked all the time, not having time off or freedom. Like, there's so much more out there for you. So we get to decide, number one, that you can have that. And number two, let's decide also that where you're at right now is perfect for right now. Give yourself permission to be right here. She said, doubt your ability to find a job with more money and flexibility. Ooh, that's good. That's a really good one. Yeah, so this is other mindset pieces that go into that, right? It's like sometimes you could be like, oh, well, I'm going to work on my resume on Saturday and see if anything better comes up. But like, I don't think I'll find something else. And that doubt or that fear is that little piece of mindset that could be stopping you from taking that action step. And then we'll talk about something else tomorrow that's going to be really helpful in like grounding this into reality, or maybe not grounding it into reality, but you'll see what tomorrow's reveal is. But this is really important. So the first step really is mindset. It really is understanding like what's out there for you, what's possible for you, and deciding, right? When it comes to manifestation, we have to know that we can have that. We have to believe that it's on its way to us. And so doing the mindset work is really going to help you get there. So I'm moving on to the third little piece of today, and I'm going to talk about some tools, right? It's easy to be like, yeah, do your mindset work. But like, how the fuck, like, what the fuck does that mean, right? What the fuck does that mean? Madeline probably knows a little bit about that. I know Trish knows about it, because you guys have been in my containers before. But like, and also Madeline, since I've worked with you, it's been a long time, and I've got a lot more mindset tools. But anyways, so I'm losing my train of thought. I love you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. Like, thank you for fucking showing up for yourself. For real. Like, this is so powerful. When each of us do our own inner work, it literally creates the hugest ripple effect in the whole planet. I have like the randomest people talking about energy to me, and I'm just like, I would never have thought that you were like waking up, but it's because the collective is waking up. So I want to take a quick pause to thank you and applaud you. Okay, so we're gonna move on to some tools, and I wrote down a list of tools. We're not gonna go over every single tool today. I do have a group coaching program that is coming out. Doors open tomorrow. And actually, they'll open today for you if you want to join. But it's called Spiritual Servers, right? And the reason why it's called that is because you are here to serve this planet in one way or another. Maybe you're a server at a restaurant. Maybe you're a server as in a sex worker that helps gentlemen with their services. Maybe you help people in healthcare. Maybe you help people in a desk job that helps a bigger company doing other things. And at the end of the day, you're helping people, and I feel like you just want to continue helping people. But just because you're helping people doesn't mean you need to be treated like shit or paid like shit or not be able to take time off. I think I told you guys the story about how I was only allowed to take 7 days off in a year at my one job, and that's what made me fucking quit my job, because I was like, fuck that. 7 days off in a year is not enough, even if I paid someone to cover my shift. So that group coaching program is going to be having a lot more details around each of these tools individually, and we'll be practicing them, and we'll be going over them together. But for now, I'm just going to give you a list of tools. You can look on YouTube, you can send me a message, or you can join the program, and we'll go into each one of these, and we'll be putting one of them into practice today. Okay, so some of the tools that you can use to overcome your mindset include hypnosis. So hypnosis is a way of talking directly to the subconscious mind. It's like if I was like, okay, for example, you could tell someone like, you're beautiful, and they're like, no, like they're deflecting the compliment. Like, that's what your subconscious mind sometimes does. And so hypnosis is a way of just being like, boop, we're gonna like release that deflection thing, and we're gonna go straight to the subconscious, and we're gonna give you powerful suggestions that you will then believe and take as your own, right? The subconscious mind is a part of us that has recorded everything that we've ever known ever since we were born, and maybe even before, and we don't have access to all of that information, and its job is to keep our blood pumping, to keep our heart going, our lungs moving and circulating and all those things, right? And it's working behind the scenes, and it's its job to be easy. So it's just taking everything that you've already known, already grown to know, all the conditioning from when you were born up until now, all of that, and it's helping you to run things here. So for example, fear can stop a lot of us because, for example, when we were younger, it saved us. It was important to be scared of this thing, but we are older now, we are more mature now, we can protect ourselves better now, and there's a lot of really awesome things out there for us that if we could just release that fear we could just move past that edge, move past that little comfort zone. We could have that, right? And sometimes the subconscious mind is just trying to keep us safe, but it's really important to really overcome those internal battles and things. Hi, Marina. Hi, beautiful. So happy to see you. Yeah, so anyways, hypnosis is a really great way to do that. Neurolinguistic programming, NLP, is a way of communicating directly with the conscious and the subconscious mind at the same time to get the answers that you're seeking. It's like, you know, asking like, I don't know what's stopping me, or like, I don't know how to overcome this. You can like release a negative emotion. You can move across your timeline to, you know, rewire the old thoughts that you've had. And it's really helpful. Hi, beautiful. Marina, tell us where you are joining us from, where in the world are you, and what you currently do for work. Right now we're going over mindset and how mindset is the most important thing, and it's the most difficult thing to overcome in regards to manifesting a life full of freedom and joy and success, and being able to quit our fucking jobs that we hate so that we can work for ourselves one day. We talked about, if you watch a replay, you'll be all filled in. But okay, we're going over tools, mindset tools now. We did hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming, aka NLP. We've got journaling, which is honestly my number one favorite tool. There's multiple different ways that you can journal. You can just do stream of consciousness journaling. You can do fear inventory journaling. There's so many different things that you can do to help you understand like what's really going on behind the scenes. Because at the end of the day, if you're denying the way that you feel, if you're denying that the mindset shift that's wrong, right, or the mindset shift that's holding you back, let's not say wrong. If you're denying that that's a problem, you're like, no, I'm fine, I'm not scared, but you are actually, in fact, scared. It's better to just face that fear. Be like, hey, listen, we're scared. Why are we scared? Let's go through this. Let's break it down. Let's understand what's going on here. And that's what mindset journaling is really helpful for, because then you can move past it, easy peasy. But if you're denying that you're scared and you're like, I'm not fucking scared, then like, you're not really able to move that far. Okay. Next, tapping, EFT tapping. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a really incredible way of moving the energy in the body by tapping on the energy points or the meridians of the body to release stagnant energy or negative beliefs or just really anything that's bothering you in the moment. It's so crazy because I've used EFT for literally everything: headache, stomachache, etc. Hangovers, bro. If you know how to do EFT, use it for your hangovers. You're gonna fucking thank me later. But yeah, it's a really awesome way to release that powerful negative mindset and replace it with a really more beneficial way of thinking in the moment. And it's really good for in the moment because it happens fast. Another one, breath work. If you don't know anything about breath work, go on Insight Timer. I'll just give you guys information for it later. Just send me a message if you want info about breath work. I have a really awesome friend who teaches an online breath work course. His name's Ryan Bean, and he's really incredible and amazing. And we'll be doing more of each of these inside of Spiritual Servers whenever the program opens. The doors will be officially closing on June 20th, so you've got some time, but the early bird will end about next weekend. So I'll give you guys more information about that later. Dancing, right? The reason why I named like day one mind body is because when we are stuck in our mind, we're not really in our body. We're not moving from this place in our heart, right? So some of the awesome helpful things that we can do is getting in our body, right? A lot of this whole like tapping thing and breath work thing is really about getting in your body and getting out of here. Because when we're stuck in here, we're overanalyzing, we're thinking about the past, we're thinking about the future, we're not really being present. When we can be present in the moment, we're gonna get so much more out of every single situation. So yeah, dancing, moving your body, moving your hips. Another really awesome one is swamping. It's a form of dancing, but it's about energy release and releasing anger, sadness, and bringing all that energy and turning it into turned on sexual energy, and then using that sexual energy to really fuel that manifestation, that goal, instead of allowing that mindset of being scared or doubtful or angry stop you, right? We got two more. Sexy Fear Striptease. So Sexy Fear Striptease is very similar to the journaling that I talked about, which is like a fear inventory. And Sexy Fear Striptease is basically where you can like get all sexy like and you start dancing for yourself and you make yourself right for all the fucked up wrong shit that you're thinking. Make yourself right. It's a really powerful tool that we will be working on inside of Spiritual Servers as well. And the last one is yoga. For me, every time I do like a bomb ass yoga session or I go for a run, exercise, I didn't put that on the list, I feel amazing, right? how many times like I'm in a horrible mood, today is like shitty, like I definitely couldn't work on my book, or I definitely couldn't work on my resume, or I definitely couldn't work on whatever this action piece is, that thing that you need to do. And then you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to the gym, or like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go do a yoga sesh, or fuck it, I'm just gonna show up at this yoga class and commit to doing this work in my body. A lot of times you move that energy in the body and the mind is clear and you're like, actually, I'm fine. Actually, I'm fine. The funny thing about mindset is that it really is all in your head. But that doesn't mean that it's less easy. That doesn't mean that it's not difficult. Okay? But you're not alone. Every single person on this planet is experiencing this mindset shit. Shit. I was going to say shift, but shit. No, it is shit. It's like the bullshit of your mind, right? But we can release that. We can move through that. Hi, Crystal. And it gets easier with practice, but it doesn't actually officially go away. And everybody who says that it has gone away is like actually lying to you. It definitely gets easier. You can see repeat patterns and be like, oh my gosh, I used to think this a long time ago and I see it coming up again and I know how to combat it because I combated it then. But it doesn't actually always go away all the way. And I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying that to empower you, right? If you know that you're going to have mindset shit to deal with, hold on, I'm gonna get a little closer. There we go. If you know that you're always gonna have mindset shit to deal with, then you'll know exactly what tools you need to use to overcome that every single time in the moment. You'll be able to do all the things that you need to do because you won't be stopped. So, that's it. I'm done rambling. We're gonna do a practice today, and I want this to really sink into your bones. I want you to be able to get as much out of this little short webinar as possible. So let me ask you, and let me know in the comments below in the chat, what's coming up for you around you can quit your job and work for yourself, or you can turn your shitty situation into something way better, or like there's a better job for you that pays you better and appreciates you more. Like, what's that thing for you, and what's coming up for you around that? You can publish your book and you can sell it in millions of bookstores. What's coming up for you? What mindset shit? It's coming up in the moment. I keep calling it shit, but it's not shit. It's good. It's powerful. It's a tool, but it feels like shit. So what mindset shit is coming up around that? And then we're going to fucking clear it together. We're going to clear that shit together because you can go take action and do the things that you need to do. Okay. Alejandra says, I'm in Orlando right now, working at a golf course, doing a few different things. Oh, amazing. Bartending and special private events at our clubhouse. I haven't talked to you in a long time. I'm so glad that you're doing that. That's very cool. But yeah, let me know what's coming up for you around this. Like, I know that you guys all want to work for yourselves or do something else or work for someone better. And there is better, right? So what's coming up for you around there is better? What's coming up for you around you can quit your job and work for yourself? It could be the doubt in the ability to find a job with more money and more flexibility. Because we're going to do some clearing and we need some stuff to clear. So, it can be fear, right? It can be fear. Fear coming up. I'm afraid I won't be able to handle all my responsibilities of a business myself. Ooh, that's so good. That's so good. I'll tell you one that I had when I started my business. So I didn't go to college. I just worked a lot. Crystal said I don't know where to start. That's beautiful. You don't know where to start. I didn't mean to laugh at that. But like, you don't know where to start because there's so many, or you don't know where to start because you just don't know where to start. Like, it could be both. You know what I mean? Fear of stepping outside of my comfort zone. That's good. That's good. Mine, for me, when I started my business, was like, no one's going to take me seriously because I'm a stripper. Another one was, no one's going to take me seriously because I don't have a college degree. Oh, almost threw my note cards. Right? So let's clear this shit. Let's fucking clear this shit. Because, first of all, you are able to be responsible enough to handle your business yourself. And you are able to step past that fear and you're out of your comfort zone and be totally fine, right? Oh, Crystal says she doesn't know where to start because she can't really find what she's passionate about. Ooh, that's really good too. That's really good too. For me, when I was feeling that, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do because I didn't know what I was passionate about. But I think that just like Trish said earlier, motivation comes from action. I don't know if she said that earlier, but I think so. So it's like sometimes we just need to make the first step in what we think is the right direction, and it'll lead you to the next right thing, right? But a lot of us get stuck in the moment of like, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. And it is like very what's the word I'm looking for? Paralyzing, right? It paralyzes you. So that's really great. Thank you for sharing. All of you guys, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, we're going to do some EFT tapping today. Woo! And we're going to use this tapping to release whatever you don't need. Like whatever you're ready to let go of, because at the end of the day, the mindset that we want is that everything's working, that we can do everything that we put our mind to, right? And the reason why I decided to do mindset first today instead of any of the other pieces that we're going to be working on tomorrow and the next day, Tuesday and Wednesday at the same exact time, see you there, is because the other two won't work without this. The other two pieces won't work unless you know that it's going to work in your mind. You've got to know in your mind that like all the things I'm doing are working, otherwise they're not going to work, right? Madeline says, feels the same. So many things she's passionate about. Can't figure out what to choose or how it could actually be profit-making business, right? Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. And then for Crystal and Madeline, I would also just kind of do some research, like some fun research around like, okay, what is it that I like? Like how are people making money doing this? That's also a really fun one too. And those are some of the things that you can do as like a tool to combat that mindset. A lot of those are like fear inventories, right? You write down all these fears, and then you've got to like say, okay, if this was like a fear coming at me as an attack, like what attack do I need to like block this, or like to come back at a better attack that's gonna take that Pokemon out. Sorry, me and my Pokemon references. Okay, so let's do some EFT. We're gonna start by doing the karate chop. Just follow along with me. I'll say it out loud and then you can say it after me. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to say the statement out loud, whatever statement resonates with you. So I'll do one round of all the statements that you guys have said, and then I'll do one round where I'm going to encourage you out loud in your own words to say the things that are coming up for you. Let that fear have a voice. Let that doubt have a place to be seen and heard. This is the time. And I know in manifestation, we don't want to talk about the negative stuff. We just want to talk about the positive stuff. Blah, blah, whatever. Okay? Just let that go. Let it be seen and heard. It'll become cleared once it's had that space to take the stage, okay? So, yes, you're so right. You do have to have the ability to believe in yourself first. Okay. So we're starting here. Karate chop point. We're going to say, even though I'm feeling scared, fearful, doubtful, I fully and completely love and accept myself. We're going to do this 3 times, okay? Even though I am feeling fearful, doubtful, and scared, I fully and completely love and accept myself. Okay, last one. Even though I am feeling fearful and doubtful and scared, I'm fully and completely loving and accepting myself. Awesome. All right, just follow along with me. I'm going to say the statement out loud, then you say it out loud, and then just tap on points that I'm tapping on, all right? I promise. Also, by the way, EFT looks really awkward, and you're like, there's no way this shit could work because you just look silly as heck. And that's what I thought when I first started it. But once you use it in action, especially when you need it in the moment, it's so powerful. So just follow along with me. I swear it's going to look weird, but we're going to have fun, okay? So you're going to start with the point on top of your eyebrows. Just tapping these little points here. And we're going to start with, I don't even know where to start. I can't really find out what I'm passionate about. I'm scared of stepping outside of my comfort zone. We're gonna do above the lip, underneath your nose. I'm afraid I won't be able to handle all the responsibilities of a business myself. I'm scared. Wait, did we do this one? Yeah, okay. I doubt my ability to find a job with more money and more flexibility than I have right now. I doubt that I'm going to be able to find a job that pays as good as I'm making right now with more time freedom. And we'll do one more. I don't believe that I can do it. I don't believe in myself. Just let that energy settle for a second. Maybe put your hand on your heart. You might be feeling that ATP, that feeling of that chemical that's released in the brain and the body. Feeling that energy rise. We're going to do one more round now. I'm going to guide you through the hand motions of where to tap. I want you to say out loud what that fear is, what that mindset shift that you need, not the shift, but what the mindset shit is, that thing, that doubt, that fear, that doubt, the thing that's holding you back. You're going to say it out loud. You can say the same one over and over again if that's easier for you, or you can say a new one every time we tap, right? And we're going to go through a round together. So we've already done the karate chop. You only do that at the beginning. We'll start with the point above the eye. Go ahead and say a statement. Let that voice be seen and heard. Go. Good. We're going to do this. Temples. Go again. Good. Oh, sorry. Under the eye. Good. Under the nose. Keep it going. Let that voice have a space to be seen and heard. Chin. You're doing so great. Letting those doubts and fears come up. Do it again. Say another statement or the same one. You could even say this fear, this fear, this fear, this doubt, this doubt, this doubt, if that works for you. By the way, sorry, that's like where your collarbones are. We're going to go under the arm. This is where your bra strap connects. I should have said that earlier. My bad, guys. Or not connects, where your bra strap would be. Also notice that would actually be easier to see. There you go. One more. Top of the head. Go ahead and relax. Take a big breath. Feeling all that energy moving. I can definitely feel a shift. Okay, now we're gonna do it again. And this time we're gonna put positive statements in. We're gonna replace that we've released with something much better. Okay? So you can follow along with me, or you can say whatever feels good for you. Amy, nice to see you. Hi. All right, we're gonna do top of the eye, and we're gonna say a powerful positive statement that's gonna replace all the other statements, right? I believe in myself. I believe that I can figure out whatever it is that's coming. I can totally find a job that pays me well and appreciates me. I can totally take enough time off and have enough time to spend with my family, my kids, my pets, all the people that are important to me. I decide that this job that I have right now is actually going to fuel me and propel me forward into doing the things that I want to do. I believe in myself. I will always have people there to help me, and I won't have to do it alone. I get to create the life of freedom and abundance that I desire, and it's on its way to me now. Just take a moment, maybe shake out the hands, kind of let the energy settle in the body. Hi, Savannah, nice to see you. Trish says EFT is one of her favorite things that she's learned. All right, how are you guys feeling? How are you feeling? EFT is one of those beautiful things, one of those beautiful tools that you can use in the moment. It's literally like, let's just say you're at a dinner, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, this girl is here and like she makes me feel insecure. Or like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about my business or something at this table and I'm like anxious to talk about it or something like that. You can go to the bathroom really quick, do a round of EFT, you come back to that neutral state. So it's really, really powerful, really helpful, and it's one of my favorite tools. But there's so many tools because they're not always all the time going to work the best in each moment because we're so ever changing, ever growing, and having different hormones going through us at the same time. Savannah says, hi, only just got off work now, so you're joining late. No worries, happy to have you. Kylie says she feels so much more grounded and confident. Yay! Yay! Awesome. Yeah. So, also to go back to the statement that you said earlier, Kylie, and you said that you don't know if you can have the responsibility to handle the business by yourself. That's why we hire teams to help us. That's why we get people to help us and guide us, right? I didn't feel like I could do it either, but I'm doing it now. And Mercury retrograde was fucking crazy. Also, like, all the emails that were supposed to go out, none of them went out, which I'm like, that's fine, whatever, we're gonna make this work. I had a really awesome giveaway that I was gonna do for you guys, but I decided to just change it since the emails didn't go out and you didn't have a chance to enter then. But first of all, before I get there, is there anything else coming up for anyone? Any questions that you want answered? If there's anything else that comes up, just let me know. I've got an inner work assignment for you today, and the inner work assignment is to just journal about what it would be like to quit your job and work for yourself, or what would it be like to actually have a really solid foundation in the job that you have now, a really solid foundation that you've built in the job that you have now, right? Journal about it. Let me know what comes up for you. I'm really excited to see this working and growing. And then maybe another homework assignment, if you wanted one, an inner work assignment, is to kind of just write down some of those tools. Go back over this video. This video is going to be up inside the Universe is My Sugar Daddy Facebook group. Go over some of those tools we went over and maybe do some research on those. See how you can do them. Or sign up for Spiritual Servers. It is opening today. Yay! I had so many Mercury retrograde fucking tech fuck-ups, but like we have the landing page. So if you wanted to join, early bird is starting now, ends next weekend. It's a 12-week group coaching program where you're going to be going over the 3 things that we're learning in this week's 3-day webinar, and you're going to be implementing them in real time. So it's going to help you to build a really solid foundation, help you to go over all of your mindset and to do it in community because you don't have to do it alone. Right? And that's one of the big things about mindset that I wanted to bring here today too, is that like we're always going to be on that roller coaster of like, oh my God, it's working. Oh my God, it's not working. Oh my God, it's working. Oh my God, it's not working. But you have support. You have people to help you out and to back you up and all that good stuff. We're going to have live calls 3 weeks out of the month. We'll have different modules, video modules that we'll do live. So we'll do 1 video module a week. And then you'll have Q&A and group coaching where we can do NLP together or just kind of talk over some things, or I'll give you specific homework assignments, inner work assignments, and we'll be working all of these tools, right? So that you can overcome the mindset shifts that need to happen in order for you to have all the things that you want and build that solid foundation for your future, whether that is starting a business or working for someone else, or just quitting your fucking job and like having different passive streams of income, right? Everyone has their own path, but I'm going to help you find that path and build you a foundation, help you build a foundation so that you can get started on that path. So yeah, that's what the program is about. It's 12-12 for 12 weeks, and early bird gives you $101 off, so it brings it down to $11.11. I have payment plan options available. Don't know them off the top of my head, but I'll drop the link in the description of this video or in the comments if you want to take a look. I have not set up like the whole landing page with like all the info or anything like that, but if that's something that interests you and you're ready and you're like, fuck yeah, go ahead and send me a message and sign up. If you have more questions about the program, I think I may have probably forgot to give you some details here, but if you have more questions about the program, let me know. We'll be talking about it more tomorrow and the next day, but even if you know you don't want to join Spiritual Servers, still come to the next 2 days of the webinar because you're going to gain so much value from this. And if you know anybody else that could benefit from turning their service job, whether that's servers, bartenders, barbers, hairstylists, vagina waxers, whether you're a stripper, whether you work in healthcare or you work with people in general, it's about manifesting better fucking things at your job. And we're going to go into a little bit more of the manifestation piece tomorrow, which is super exciting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not solicited advice, but I totally recommend working with Ryan. I've almost met all of my initial goals I set when I started working with her, and some. Best investment. I love you. Yeah, Trisha's been making some fucking awesome, amazing things happen. Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm so freaking proud of you. So yeah, okay, we went over winter work. Oh, yeah, so since the whole fucking Mercury retrograde thing happened and then the emails didn't go out and then all this shit, I decided that I still want to do a hypnosis giveaway. So with the Spiritual Servers group coaching program, it is going to be done in a group. We will have weekly calls. We'll have a Facebook group. We'll be able to connect in and get you all the support that you need. And this hypnosis giveaway now, you'll have the opportunity to have a one-on-one session with me and we'll do hypnosis. So how to enter the giveaway: sign up for Spiritual Servers, take a screenshot and tag me. Put it on your story. Just be like, yo, so excited to be in Spiritual Servers. You know, you can like cross out the confirmation number or whatever card information. I don't know how it works. But then just say like, at Ryan Amber on Instagram or tag me on Facebook or whatever, because I want people to know that this is out there for them. I wish I knew this then when I was working 80 hours a week and I didn't know it then. So now I have this opportunity for you to learn it and to share it and to grow from it as well. Let me see. Well, we'll be learning and practicing all the tools. Yeah, that's what we're going to do there. That's it. Oh, some examples. And then I'm going to get out of here because I wanted this to be a 30-minute video, but I knew I was going to run over on time. I can't fucking shut the fuck up, but it's fine. Okay. Madeline says, yes, Ryan's incredible. 1,000 out of 10 would recommend. Thank you. Oh, I love you too. Oh, yeah. These two, they're fucking rock stars. They're fucking rock stars. And that's also part of it. You got to be like coachable and show up and tell on yourself in order to like make this shit happen. And you guys both are putting in the work. So I appreciate you. Okay. I have 2 more examples for you and then we'll go. Sending you so much love. Some things that we're going to go over in specific around mindset and things to do in regards to working and things that we're going to learn inside of Spiritual Servers. We'll have a module on how to go into work when you hate it. How do you go to work when you fucking hate your job? How do you do a good job at work when you hate your fucking job? Another one. How do you go into work when you're having a really bad mental health day? Right? How do you do a good job at work when you're having a really bad mental health day? And those are just some examples of the things that we're going to be going over inside of Spiritual Servers group coaching program. So yeah, that's it. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Don't forget to do your inner work. Don't forget to focus on that mindset. What is that mindset that's stopping you now? And how can we shift that, right? What tools do we need? And we'll go into each one of these tools more deeply inside of the group coaching program later. It starts June 20th. Our calls will be Wednesday evenings, probably around the same time, 5:30. And yeah, all the calls will be recorded. So if you have to miss one or two or all of them, you'll be able to watch all the replays. You'll be able to submit your questions. If you're like, oh, I can't make it to the call, but I have all these questions I want to ask, you'll be able to submit your questions ahead of time and they will be answered. You're going to get a bunch of course content that's going to go over all the things we talked about today and some, plus in-time support, community, other bad bitches like you who are doing the fucking work like you, who need support like you, and people who are fucking manifesting incredible things. And while they're manifesting those incredible things, you'll be able to watch them and get inspired and motivated and be like, okay, it's working for them. It can happen for me. So yeah, so much love. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to do this again. Tomorrow is my favorite day of the 3. I'm not going to lie. A lot of you probably know what it is, so get your little brains working, bring your thumbs, get ready for typing, and yeah, that's it. Love you. Thank you. Mwah.